Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Okay. Connie Balmer. Hey, Connie Balmer. Sherry Ware was here first. Uh, Anastasia's got a new profile pic. Very cool. Let's see here. Judy Matasset is here. Lorna Williams. And a host of friends and others. Okay. Hey, Black Queen. All right, so happy what's left of Veterans Day, everyone. Uh-oh, that's the wrong thing. Let me put that back. Trying to get my slides up. I get my slides up. Oh, wait. Okay. Oh, I forgot to put the date. What is this? The 11th still? Remember I told you I needed to organize all my stuff? I still haven't done it yet. Don't know what I'm waiting for, but I'll get around to it. Slowly but surely. Okay. Try to get my slides up again. Hello, MJB. Let's see. Oh, Rodney Jackson, welcome. Jazzbo 64. Okay. All right. Now, it's somebody's birthday today because there's so many Scorpios, and I can't remember whose birthday it is. Let me take a look at my calendar. There's somebody's birthday today, and I know not who. Well, whoever it was, this will be another year I didn't get. No, maybe it's not anybody's birthday. Maybe I have confused it with Veterans Day. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so maybe nobody's birthday. All right. So there we go. Slides are ready. Hello, Helen Marmon. Welcome. Antoinette Kennedy. Now, I think I may have blocked someone by mistake. And let me see. I'm looking to see if I see that name. Well, if we don't see her for a while, we'll know she got blocked. But I think I did it by mistake. It just kind of happened. And then I saw the name like in a blur. So I either blocked a Leslie F or a Leslie L. So if we never hear from Leslie again, then we know who I blocked. Hey, it happens by mistake sometimes. But yeah, if we never hear from her again, please let me know because I think she may have gotten blocked. Okay. Well, Leslie, if you're not able to get through, again, I do apologize in advance, but I think I may have accidentally blocked you. MR, thank you so much for the super sticker. And I promise, I'm sorry, for the Cash App. I promise you, I'm not going to block you. Or have I? It's so easy to do, I promise. It's not on purpose. It's so easy to do. Yes, that worked last time, Sherry. That did work last time. I looked at it last night, and yeah, that did work last time. But you know, if you still want to do that, then you can. But because I may forget to do it. But yeah, so if it looks like I'm going to forget, just at least remind me. But yeah, thank you so much for asking. All right, so it is Veterans Day and Remembrance Day all at the same time. And let's see here. Let me go next. So, happy Veterans Day, especially for everyone who served and also for family members who have served. And remember, if there's one thing we have learned in recent years, when one family member serves, everybody serves. It is a family involved situation. So, um, it is the letters, the emails, the videos, all those things, the gifts. Um, that is that connection. I think if there's anything that makes it bearable for especially young people, they may find themselves in the armed services, is having that connection to their family. So important. So that's why I say when one serves, everybody serves. Okay, and happy Remembrance Day. Um, it's also a day for remembrance of those that made the ultimate sacrifice. And this, of course, was one of those big days on the Queen's calendar where the Queen was visually emotional as the Queen would get. And of course, I'm speaking of QE2, not that heretic. But, and of course, there's I hate that thing where they come out on the balcony. Um, they're like, I guess the defense minister's office or something like that. I loathe that balcony appearance, but that's the way it's done. It's none of my business. I'm gonna stay out of it. Um, okay. Still no Leslie F, huh? I'm starting to get morbidly curious about what I've done, but we'll see. Um, okay, we'll see. And honoring all who served. Exactly. And that's exactly what we're here for, to honor everyone who has served, and especially those that made the ultimate sacrifice. But I suppose that's Memorial Day, but still, you can't help but think about their. Well, and that's what remember. I got to remember Remembrance Day and Veterans Day. Yeah. Okay. Got it. And of course, the Sussexes. There they are at. Now, I believe this was in The Hague. I think this appearance was at The Hague. I don't think it was on the actual day, but or was it? Where were they when this happened? I don't recall. Does anybody recall? Was this at The Hague? No, but why would they have Marines at The Hague? I don't remember the occasion, but Megan is wearing the white suit. So I think it was at The Hague. Well, and then of course there would be Marines at the American embassy or consulate, maybe? Or would that be the embassy? Yeah, well, you know what? I am starting to doubt myself. TC, thank you so much for the Cash App. And thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Greatly appreciate it. Was it at Arlington? I don't recall the Sussexes going to Arlington. But yeah, I've always been confused about this photo. I do believe it was at The Hague during the Invictus Games. That's what I believe. Because Megan is wearing the white, she has a tan coat draped over her shoulders. So, yes, I believe that was the occasion. But what's throwing me are the Marines, the United States Marines. Hmm. But then again, there was a delegation from um, the United States for the occasion, which included Tammy Duckworth and Transportation Secretary Buttigieg. So, hmm. Baron, it was at The Hague after the baby with the uh, coat. Yes. That's what I thought. I mean, that's the outfit. She had on the white, she had the tan coat. So, oh, and I see Pete Buttigieg right there. That's Pete, I think. Okay. Yeah, so that was the occasion. All right. All right. Sorry if I'm throwing everybody, but I had to try to sort that out. Anastasia says, Happy Veterans Day to all of those who served, including my uncle, who was a pilot in the Air Force. How cool! How cool is that? Okay. Oh, Legs is here. Hello, Legs. Lola Love is here. Still don't see Leslie. Come on back to the five and dime, Leslie F. Leslie F. Okay. And of course, there was this particular uh, uh, Remembrance Day when Harry was overwhelmed with some of the moments that day. And of course, I'm sure it was mixed with joy with the fact that this is one of those occasions when he was actually able to serve his country as a member of the royal family, do his royal duty, and of course, have his wife by his side. Which every time I think about that, I start to feel a certain way because I still hear that voice in my head say, How dare they try to deny him happiness and satisfaction? If it wasn't, well, okay, let me stop. Let me stop. I want to just stick with the holiday. But there's no sense in looking backwards because the ship has sailed. They're in the U.S. But if it wasn't for that vendetta from his family, his brother, um, the evil stepmother, and such, that would have been. But I don't want to look back because if it wasn't one thing, it would have been another, but the jealousy would have driven him away at some point. So let us not look back. Okay. Yeah, let's not look back. Let's keep going forward. Um, what I would like to find is that collage that one of the squaddies put together the other day. I'm thinking it was the 9th. It was the 9th. Let me see here. Yes, I believe it was the 9th. Okay. Yeah, it was a collage of the events where okay, it's not that one. Give me 1 second. I'm looking for it. Yes, there it is. Okay, now you can see it there. So the 2022, maybe it was maybe they didn't do anything on the occasion for 2022, and that's why they have that particular photo in the lower left corner. So 2018, that of course is from this occasion, correct? Maybe? No? And no, because Megan was doing the balcony appearance in 2018, I believe. 2019, that of course is not the balcony. Okay, let me not get bogged down with this. But 2020, we know they went to the cemetery. And 2023, they went to the opening of the center. And there was nothing from today that I've seen so far. Of course, I did look. I also checked the Archwell site to see if they were out for any occasions today. I did not see one. So maybe they're just gonna spend the day privately. I hope so. I hope so. Why not? Why not have a private time at home? Because they were out this week, so not a big deal. But it would have been cool if I could have found something for today, but I did not. So, what is happening to my voice? Maybe it was that 4 hours last night, right? Maybe that's what happened to my voice. Although I have to say, I'm sounding kind of hot. I'm sounding kind of hot. And this, I am not sure exactly where this came from, but I did find it and I love it. I love this like whole like almost comic book, somewhat abstract, right? But yeah, it's very powerful. It is very, very powerful, and I am loving it. I am here for it. So this is one of my new favorite things is this photo right here. Happy birthday, Elaine Parker. That's right. That's right. It was after midnight yesterday, right? So it's happy birthday. Well, it's past her birthday in the UK, right? Yes, it is. It has passed her. Hey, Rohini. Hi, Bunny Rose. Okay. And hello, Leslie, wherever I have banished you to. Maybe she's not even here today. Maybe I did not block her. Oh, Lorna Williams, did I say thank you for the happy birthday, Elaine Park and Rosa Roberts? If not, thank you so much for the happy birthday super chat, super sticker. Yeah, thank you very much for that. And let me highlight it. There we go. You have been highlighted. Thank you kindly. Sorry for missing that. Okay, moving on. Now, this was a post from the Invictus Foundation. As we pause on Remembrance Day, our thoughts are with the members of the Invictus community, as we know that this is a day very close to all their hearts as we honor their fallen friends. Lest we forget. So I believe that is a memorial, perhaps in London, right? I believe that's a memorial in London, but very cool silhouette. So that was the official post from the Invictus Games Foundation for Remembrance Day. And the Navy SEAL Foundation, this is from the Navy SEAL Foundation. I made a donation for the new fitness center. It says there, Royal Sussex made a donation in honor of Prince Harry and Princess Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. Thank you for the incredible work you do. That is my message to the Sussexes. I didn't want to try to send it to them because, well, we don't get down with each other like that. I'd rather the Sussexes not acknowledge any existence of Royal Sussex for now. But plausible deniability may be necessary for them someday. I wouldn't want to have to be a part of any future litigations. So for now, let us just pretend or let us well, if you are watching from Montecito, please never mention Royal Sussex. I don't want to cause anybody any embarrassment. There might be a lot of explaining to do. You understand? So, plausible deniability is the word of the day. Plausible deniability. So, this donation made in honor of Prince Harry and Princess Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, will be put to use right away, helping us accomplish our mission. Thank you for supporting our work, the Navy SEAL Foundation team. So, oh, you know what? I forgot to get the link for that. Let me see if I can grab the link and I'll put it on the screen or in the chat. But yeah, so I did make a contribution. As you know, any place I can do something where I can put it in Harry and Meghan's name is something that I am very keen to do. So let me see if I can uh, find the link, and I will share it. If you okay, check if you're okay, no, not that. Huh. Contact us. Yeah, I'm trying to find the oh, okay. Okay, right here it says donate, right? So I'm going to grab that link. Oh, you know what? I'll just do the home page. So if anybody wants to make a donation, you'll have the home page. You could do a one time or you can do a yearly. And the really cool thing is, as I said before, you can link the names of hair. Well, you can honor Harry and Meghan or someone else in your life, or you can memorialize. They have the choice. You can honor or memorialize. The choice is yours. So I chose to do an honor for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. And I will make sure that I add that to the community tab later. So if you go to the community tab, probably by tomorrow, I will have it there for you. Okay? Thank you all so much. And remember, you can give any amount if you choose, but it'd be very cool. I'm just saying, choice is yours. But it'd be very cool if you add Harry and Meghan's name to it. All right, and that is the link. Let me test it and make sure it works. Yep, it says donate, request support, or donate. Very, very cool. Yeah, I felt really good doing that too. I felt really, really good doing that. It made me feel warm. And of course, again, for some very selfish reasons, I wanted to throw the Sussexes name in there. All right, so that was my adventure for today. Okay. Welcome if you just joined us. Please don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe or share. And you know what, guys? By this time next week, Royal Sussex will be at 45,000. So close right now, actually. So close. Let me take a look. We are so close. Let me see what the number is. I mean, it's so close I could taste it. Ooh, 44,843. So maybe in a couple days, right? Maybe in a couple days. That would be very, very cool. So if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe. You may have seen one of the shorts and maybe you're watching on your phone, but please make sure you subscribe or you're watching on your television. And I don't know if you could subscribe like that, but if you can't, please make sure you use your phone or tablet or whatever electronic device. And please make sure you subscribe. All right. Okay. Right, Rohini, you don't know how bad I want that play button. The silver play button is that placard that they send you when you get 100,000 subscribers. I want that silver play button so bad. Remember that movie, The Bad Seed, with little Patty McCormick? Give me those shoes, Leroy. Leroy, give me those shoes. Well, that's the energy I have for that play button. Um, and if you have seen that movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's called The Bad Seed. I want those shoes, Leroy. Give me those shoes. Ah, there we go. Back to old school. I'm taking you guys down the road of memory lane again. I remember the first time I saw that movie, I didn't know what to make of it. So, this happened today. Um, yeah, so fighting breaks out between police and groups attempting to reach the cenotaph. Now, I didn't know what to make of it because I'm like, are they going to disrupt the Royals? Did the Royals go to the cenotaph today, or are they going tomorrow? Or were they going to go at all? I was looking for the photos and I didn't find them. So I'm like, did they do the cenotaph or no? Um, but yeah, I was looking for it. Because that's their thing. They go to the cenotaph. Could not find it. So did they like not do it because of all the disruption that took place? Or what happened? Does anybody know? But it was one heck of a day today. I'm here to tell you. They said that there must have been about 1 million protesters on the streets of London today. And Suella Braverman opened up her big mouth, and I don't know, what did she say about that they better not go, or if they go, or something like that. But it says here, protests blame game. Why are they blaming? Well, it was something that Suella Braverman said, and the whole thing got way out of hand. Uh, a lion on the streets of Rome? After it escaped from the circus and panic authorities locked down neighborhoods. Wow, a lion on the streets of Rome. Now, that's something that hasn't been seen for a while. But I digress. Let me get back on the topic. But yeah, I didn't see the Royals at the Cenotaph. So I don't know if they're doing that tomorrow or if they're going to do it today or if it was done today. But I didn't see any of the photos, and I was expecting that. They didn't do it. They went to Albert Hall. Yes, I saw the photos from Albert Hall. I'm going to talk about that in a minute too. But I saw the photos from Albert Hall, but why would they not? That's they usually are much of stickler for tradition. I didn't think that was an option. I thought they just had to be at that darn cenotaph. Huh. Well, that's a first, but maybe that's the new tradition. Wow. Okay. Let's see. Wow, Baron, you are a hard worker. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that, sunshine. Let's see here. Hello, Baron moderators and all row Sussex squaddies. Thank you so much for being here, Teresa. And also, thank you for being a member. That is so incredible. I appreciate it. Let's see. She wants to be queen. But I am wondering if I'm sorry, if it was really worth the headache and the allegations of abuse. She really. Oh, do you mean um, the consort? The consort, or are you talking about Kitty? Let's see. Baron, they went to Albert Hall. I didn't see any spectators. Okay. Okay. So I know they had a ceremony there today. Did not realize that it was an option to go to Albert Hall. All right. All right. Because I wanted to see Edwina in her, I mean, I'm sorry, in them they's maxi coat. That's what I was looking for, was to see Edwina in that bespoke couture maxi coat. And yeah, so I guess that wasn't meant to be then. All right. Wow, that's I don't know why that bothers me, but I'm surprised. I am very surprised. Although I do hate that balcony thing, but yeah, they went to Albert Hall. Weird. Weird. Okay, they're going on the 12th. Thank you, Kathy G. Thank you. All right. Now, there is just a voice inside of me that was morbidly curious about the idea that they could have been in danger with this marauding crowd of individuals trying to get to the cenotaph. That's why I asked the question. So now I think we understand better. So they were afraid that the protesters protesting the uh, the the oh, let's see, what do I want to call it? Okay, the genocide. The people protesting the genocide, right? They were supposed to be kept away from the cenotaph, right? And then Big Mouth, um, what's that broad's name? Um, Suella Braverman, she said something that provoked the EDL, which is what you see on the right side of the screen. So on the left side of the screen, fights break out. But oh, and you know what? This is what I wanted to mention about the photo on the left, in case anybody didn't pick that up. Why do you have a picture of pro-Palestinian protesters on a report of far-right thugs fighting at the cenotaph? Our march hadn't even begun yet, and we're nowhere near the area. Absolutely a disgrace. So the Evening Standard, they posted on the social media, on the Twitter, fights break out between police groups attempting to reach the cenotaph. Now, they don't mention that the fight is actually on the right side here. They didn't use that photo. They used the photo on the left side. So that's why I made this slide, to show you the difference. They should have had the photo of the people on the left, but they wanted to imply that the peaceful protesters that did not even march until after the ceremony. They had agreed that they would not march until after the ceremony at the cenotaph today. There was a ceremony at the cenotaph, it just wasn't with the royals. And I suppose there'll be another one tomorrow. But they respectfully waited until after the service at the cenotaph, which I think was at 10 a.m. or, yeah, 10 or 9 a.m., something like that. So the Evening Standard posts this picture of all of these people with the Palestinian flags to imply that they were fighting with the police. How dirty is that? How dirty is that? And then the first thing I've seen on online today was the picture on the right side, not actually the photo, but the video where they were fighting with the police. It was not the Palestinian protesters or the people protesting for a ceasefire, if you want to be more precise. It was not them that were colliding with the police, or that was the EDL types. They were the ones that got into the struggle with the police. This is why you cannot trust the British tabloid media. You cannot trust them. How irresponsible is that for them to make the implication ever so subtly but persistently that yes, there were fights that broke out, and yes, take a look at all those people with those Palestinian flags so close to the Palace of Westminster, when in actuality it was the EDL people and the leader of the EDL. He was. They saw him marching, right? Do you know at some point he got into a car, or I think it was a taxi, and he left after leading all of those people in that direction. Now, I don't know if he did that for safety's sake or what, but he left. How rotten can you be? But yeah, never trust the British tabloid media. This was done deliberately. There was plenty photos online of those people on that right side that they could have chosen without implying that the peaceful protesters with the Palestinian flags, um, that it was them that the police was fighting. Yep, I saw that, and I'm just like, wait a minute, wait a cotton picking minute. I had to go all the way to my country southern roots. Wait a cotton picking minute. Yeah, so there you go. It was the far right was fighting with police. Tommy Robinson, was that the leader that I saw get into the taxi? Let's see, that's their MO. Yes, this is. I'm just outraged by it. Tabloid media just used to lie no matter who or what they report. Yeah, very smooth on their part to just throw it out there and not even mention that there's a difference. They just put it out there and let you assume. Thank you. Gaslighting demons. Thank you, Black Queen. Yep, I saw that and I was like, wow, they went there. So, yeah, the photo on the right is not the one they used. It's the one they should have used. The one on the left side. And I mean, they were throwing things, they were hurling stuff. Now, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are supporting military families in California. Oh, this was in Town and Country? Oh, Lord, I forgot. I usually try to, let me see, Emily Barack. Barack, yeah, I think it's Town and Country. But yeah, I don't really need to share the words with you, but I just wanted you to see that there were still articles today um, where they were showing the Sussexes. So I'm very happy about that. As you know, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are making an upcoming Veterans Day and Remembrance Day Sunday with engagements dedicated to support veterans, active duty service members, and their families. Let me see. Yesterday, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex visited Cap Pendleton, where they met with those participating in Operation Biggs, a mentoring program. So we're going to see more about that. I don't think there's any footage of their meeting with Operation Biggs, a mentoring program for children of military families. And the last night, Meghan and Harry attended the grand opening of the Navy SEAL Foundation, etc., etc. Then it mentions the letter that he wrote for these little Scotty's little kids or whatever that thing is. And then he ended the letter by writing, on Remembrance Day Sunday, I hope you carry a sense of pride for your mom or dad. Let me see. As they do for you, with the understanding that they will never be forgotten. Very touching letter. So yeah, but yeah, that was in the Town and Country, I believe. I think so. All right. So yeah, there were many magazines. Now let's get to these people. Remember, just one big happy family. One big happy family. So we are led to believe. But in actuality, there seems to be some tension amongst at least a couple of people there. There seems to be some tension. How so, do you ask? Well, you didn't, but I'm going to share it with you anyway. Let me see right here. Like this. Okay, so in actuality, the reel is on slow mo, but you get the point. They don't seem to enjoy one another's company. Do I care? No. But why am I being so petty? You already know the answer. Because they keep implying that there is some deficit in the relationship between the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. They're projecting the very sorry, pitiful state of that household, and they're using it as a way to imply, or should I say, in order to deflect, they keep going after the Sussexes. How disgusting of them to do that. How disgusting. And, you know, okay, I'm not going to say anything about what I'm noticing right now. I'll save that for later. But yeah, Francine Mosley, it just seems like they hate each other. If looks could, yeah, yeah, Teresa McDougal. Kate looks like a robot. Uh huh. Well, the Stepford wife, or she looks like um, some people have compared her to a mannequin. Yeah, stiff joints and all. But yeah, recollections may vary. Recollections may vary. Uh, okay. Oh yeah, they're chocolate medals for sure, for sure. Yeah, that's true. I really don't. But they keep messing with Harry and Meghan. That's the whole point. I don't want to be bothered with them, but if they're going to keep pushing, somebody's got to push back. But anyway, let me go on. Let me go on. So, Charles was very emotional today because they unveiled these two statues. William, I'm not, what am I saying, William? On the left, you have Prince Philip. And on the right, you have Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. Um, they're bronze. Obviously, they're bronze. You can tell by the very dark appearance. I actually brightened up the image so that you could see more of the features to give it more of a 3D effect. But even with that, I think it'll probably look better in the daytime because trying to do it at night, obviously because of the occasion, they didn't have a choice. But yeah, it's kind of hard to make it out. Also, I, well, I don't remember. Well, I guess it looks like the queen's build, physically, she looks different. She looks a little different. Um, yeah, she looks a little different. I'll just say she looks a little different physically. Um, like she's taller and more different. So I'm trying to be polite just in case somebody is watching from Montecito. But yeah, she looks different. Yeah, that's it. But yeah, I like it. I like the concept. In case you didn't see the way the statues were placed, they're inside of those what do you call those niches? They're inside of those niches, and they're flanking a doorway. They're flanking an entrance, I believe. So when you look up at them, they are on either side, and Philip is looking toward Lizzie, and Lizzie is looking at us. So that's the whole thing, is that they want Philip to show deference to the sovereign. A little artistic thing that they do is to have one show deference to the other, so that nobody, or should I say, lest anybody forget that they were a double act, but Philip was there to support his wife. And if you notice, Philip is in white tie and tail, or black tie and tail. Look like white tie. Well, I guess it would, if he got tails and he has on a bow ties, it is an evening look. So it does not appear to be a military uniform. At least I don't think so. May have a sash, but I don't think it's a military uniform. But I like it. I think it's very tastefully done. Um, I think it strikes just the right note. Now, of course, we all know Philip would hate. Philip would hate this. Philip did not want a lot of fuss. So Philip did not want to lie in state at the Great Hall at Westminster. He didn't want that either. So this is not something that he would be in favor of, but there it is. And of course, Charles, I am obsessed with Charles and this strawberry lip gloss. That honey gloss, that strawberry honey gloss that he wears. I don't know why he has taken up this wearing lip gloss, but you know what? Go with it, boo. Go with it. But yeah, once again, there he was gazing up at his parents' statues and wearing that. Maybe he likes the taste of it. Yeah, maybe he likes the taste of it, or maybe he likes the smell. But whatever it is, he just keeps doing it. Maybe somewhere inside of him, there's an insecure teenage girl that is too young to wear lipstick and decide, to wear lip gloss because mommy says it's okay. But isn't there a teenage girl inside of all of us? Didn't we all watch the movie Clueless? And didn't we all dance to that song? What is it? Anyway, but yeah, inside of all of us, there's a little teenage girl, a little teenage white girl just trying to get out. I mean, there's a little teenage white girl inside of me. Um, and you know what? I am, just to show my solidarity to Charles III. I am going to go and buy myself some of that honey gloss strawberry. Yeah, that lip gloss, just to show solidarity. Just to show solidarity to Charles III. I don't want him to feel insecure. So, yeah, I'll do that. So, and then that will solve that problem I keep having in the winter months where my lips tend to crack. I'll just wear some of that strawberry lip gloss and we'll be okay. Right? Right. Can't believe we're having this conversation. Let's see. All right, so let's move on. Now, then of course there are the Welleses. The intensity in which they ignored each other, but on occasion Kate seems to have cut her eye at him for whatever reason. But yeah, they seem to be under some stress and strain with each other. Can't tell what it's about. Um, but yeah, as someone just said, I think it would explain the those very curious pants that she was wearing. Let me see, what did I do with that video? Those what is it? Spandex or something that she was wearing with those soldiers. I thought that was so bizarre that she would do that, you know? But now it makes sense to me. It just seems like she was trying to send a message to William, or maybe she just wanted to make the papers to make him jealous or something like that. But whatever it was, I think it was in pretty bad taste. And if it wasn't from this for the protection that she's been getting from the press, thanks to William and his settling the lawsuit allegedly, um, then that probably wouldn't happen. But I cannot stop thinking about this. I thought it was reckless and irresponsible. I thought it was reckless and irresponsible. Lady T says, I saw the daggers flying from those eyes. That's the term I haven't heard in a while, but yeah, she had daggers flying from her eyes. Thank you so much for the super chat. But yeah, that's the best way to describe it. There were daggers flying from her eyes. One more time. Yeah, let me see if there's any doubt. Yeah, she just cut her eyes at him. There was no reasonable explanation for that. And it again, the footage is slowed down, but there's no other explanation. She cut her eyes at him. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Ooh, boy, I tell you, a chill just went over me looking at that. Okay, one more. So there you go. Here's a two photos side by side, and you can see either she's got a crook in his neck or in her neck, and or maybe I don't know. They didn't glance at each other at all, at all. And we've seen that face before at Westminster Abbey when they were throwing shade to the Sussexes at Commonwealth Day. So we've seen that before. And wait a minute, how come William is not wearing that coronation medal? How come William's not wearing the coronation medal? Did you all notice that? William is not wearing his coronation medal. I thought that was the issue. Huh. And you know what? I don't usually notice anything like that, and that I noticed it, but William is not wearing that coronation medal. That one that they made such a big stink about, he's not wearing his either. As a matter of fact, I doubt if anybody in that group is wearing that stinky, stupid medal. Uh huh. Well, yeah, I doubt if anybody is wearing that medal. Doesn't appear like he's wearing it. Let me see. Let me see. 11. Okay, let me go to the ninth. Yeah, they I'm going to show you right now because I know I still have it. I'm going to show you that slide for the medal. Ha! So William's not wearing that stupid medal either. Uh huh. Oh, you know what? Okay, you know what? I have to go back one more day. I have to go back one more day, the 7th, I believe. Yes, it was the 7th. That's when Harry, here it goes. So that is when Harry did this thing right here, right? And that's the medal. So, now let me go back and see what William has on. Well, definitely William is not wearing that medal. Definitely not. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, okay, wait a minute. Let me be fair. The one on the far right side, is that it? I mean, we're not going to get a good close up, but oh no, I don't want that photo. But the one on the far right side, uh, well, maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe he is wearing it. I was expecting it to be to the left, but maybe he is wearing it because it's got the red, the two whites, and the blue stripes with the red on. Yeah, he's wearing it. He's wearing it, you all. He's wearing it. Oh man, I'm so mad at myself because I was looking for some way to criticize. I was looking for some kind of way to criticize him, but I do think he's wearing the stupid thing. Now, if anybody at Kensington Palace is watching, let me just say it's not too late to change one's mind. After all, Daddy did it, and what's good for Papa is good for everybody else. So, with looks like that, if that look doesn't drive you to do something desperate, I don't know what does. I mean, it seems to run in the family. If you're not satisfied, you're not happy, and you want to be on the throne with someone else, you could always build a case. You could always build a case. Um, I'm just saying, you could always build a case. Yeah, and look at that. It just fits perfectly, right? HRH, the Princess of Wales. Anyway, someone shared that on social media, and I know that some of you all are not on Twitter, so I just thought I would share it with you. That's all. No shade. And leave it to the newly minted Duchess of Edinburgh. Duchess of Edinburgh. Leave it to her to go with the bondage look. Now, they were not seated in the box with the rest of the family, but if you take a look on the left, that is what she wore. Instead of wearing the fishnet stockings, she wore fishnet sleeves. What is wrong with her? Why does she do stuff like that? Why does she try to find some kind of way to be unconventional at every turn? Why does she do that? Is this some type of attention seeking behavior? Are we going to see her wearing tights and camouflage necks? Why? Why would you do that? She is wearing fishnet sleeves. Wasn't it enough when you wore that leather outfit that looks like the old Planet of the Apes? Remember, in Planet of the Apes, they were wearing those leather outfits. Or what about when you wore the leather pencil skirt and you deliberately step from the car and turn around to the camera? To the camera. Wasn't it enough when you did that? No, no. She had to take it another step and wear um, black velvet, looks like black velvet, with fishnet sleeves. I'm telling you, since the Queen has made her transition, everybody is doing what they want to do. Everybody. The whole family has gone bonkers. I could not believe it. Fishnet sleeves. Oh, Ford Fiesta. And then it doesn't seem like she arrived at the same time with her husband, but I'm not sure. I just saw a couple of photos, but they were not in the photo together. But there he is. Oh, and you know what? I just noticed she's right behind him. And of course, lately he's been giving me that Anthony Perkins psycho energy. But the poor thing, look at how boxy that suit is. He looks like he's lost a lot of weight. So maybe he's doing like some healthy vegan or holistic eating something. I hope he's not sick. Not just because he's good material, but just because, I don't want the man to be sick. But yeah, it looks like the suit is wearing him. It looks like the suit is wearing him. But if you look at the photo on the left, it just seems like he's a smaller person. He looks very thin. But yeah, he's definitely giving me that Anthony Perkins vibe. Mother, mother. And over here, you can see Invictus Team UK competitors being honored at this year's Festival of Remembrance. So I guess this is something they do every year, huh? Well, how about this? At the Festival of Remembrance, they actually brought up the Invictus Games and Lieutenant, whatever this guy's name is, they did a whole little video presentation about him and everything. And then if you notice, it looks like that same dance troupe from the Invictus Games. It looks like they performed. You can see them down in the center of the room. Um, but yeah, it seems like they performed. But this was today or yesterday now, and yeah, so but the only thing that was missing, I don't recall that they mentioned Harry at all. They mentioned the Invictus game. They said that the Royal Le- uh, Legion, what do they call it? The Royal something Legion. They said that they supported the British team, but there was no mention of Prince Harry. And of course, when they were doing this presentation, the cameras could not find the royal family. They do not allow that to happen during a performance. I don't think that they will show the royal family. If they do, it's very rare. So probably only if their names are mentioned. But usually at performances like this, they don't tend to pan the camera to the royal family. So there was no notice of them when they were doing this presentation. Yeah, Prince Harry should have been mentioned, but yeah, they omitted his name from the program. If it was mentioned, I don't recall hearing it. Wink, wink. I get you. Let's see here. Yeah, yeah, she's just a little quirky. There's something quirky about her, but it does seem like she's a bit starved for attention. Harry said that if they're not in making the front pages, that they don't exist. That they love to be mentioned in the papers. Okay. All right. Now Suella, Big Mouth Suella, the one who they're saying that she needs to step down. Uh, Cruella Braverman, she is the one that challenged those people to come out there in so many words, and that is where the trouble started. Was Suella? So they're saying, I think the second minister, is that what they call the one in Scotland? He said that Suella Braverman should step down. There are people calling for her to step down. So we may see the last of Suella Braverman, at least in that position, very soon, because she is the one that's being blamed for the troubled today. They're blaming Suella Braverman, Suella Blabbermouth, the one who seems to have an end for the small boat people, the one who huffed and puffed and blew their small boats away from the shores of Dover. That's Suella Braverman. Right here, despicable. 126 hail, 9 cops hurt in clash on Poppy Day. Prime Minister slams EDL thugs, pro-Hamas extremists. Why are they calling those people at the rally extremists? They're, Lord. Anyway, that's what they have for the Sunday Sun, or the Sun on Sunday. But I want you to take a look at the size of these crowds. That's not EDL people. That is the people protesting for the Palestinians. Look at that. It's like ants, locusts. And this is a vantage point looking either direction, looking right across the bridge and then looking to the left to the thousands of people in the other direction. Oh, yeah. They said it could have been 1 million people. It was, at the very least, it was several 100,000, possibly 1 million people on the streets of London. They said this will go down as one of the biggest protests of its kind. Definitely. This is one of the biggest. So I would be impressed if they all had those yellow signs. I would love it if they all had those yellow signs, not my king. Now that would be scary, wouldn't it, for Charles? Now, when they said EDL, this is what I thought. I'm like, EDL, that's the English Defense League. That's what I was thinking when they said EDL. I pictured a lot of like out of shape, middle-aged men sitting in the pub somewhere drinking their ale. Well, they were in the pubs. They were in the pubs, and they began to pour out of the pubs. And when they poured out, this is what poured out: a whole bunch of Robert Jobsons itching for a confrontation, one after the other. But yeah, I saw a few interviews on TV or online where, like, they would ask someone why they were out there. Let me see if I can find that. Now, there may be some saucy language here. I hope not, but I think there is. Let me see.
Are you here today? I'm here to protest, right? Because I'm going on a march because I want Britain to be back British. I want Britain to be back British. We've got international law, and the Muslimic infidel, they're trying to get their law over our country. And it is happening. It's happening in other countries.
He says that they're trying to get some type of Islamic law over their country. He wants Britain to be British, and that they're trying to get some type of Islamic law, and they got that law in other countries, and they want to put it over their country. And he was slightly incoherent.
Everything is happening in every country. It's like you've got the Iraqi law that they put down in London. Like
they got the Iraqi law that they put down in London.
No less near London today, but they're trying to put the Iraqi law down on London. They're trying to just
okay. Before he gets too far out of hand, This is someone who has his head shaved. He's wearing a black tracksuit. It looks like an Adidas tracksuit. And there's a big crowd of them, and they're waving those England flags. And as I understand it, in the UK, for a person of color to see the St. George flag, which is that's what they call it, when they start waving that flag around, that's the equivalent of us here in the United States when we see the rebel flag. Yes, I get it. It's about English pride. It's about pride of place. Here they say Southern rights and pride, the proud of being from the South. But either way, when you start seeing them wave those flags around, if you're a person of color, back out of the room. Go to your car, try to find yourself a Uber or do something, but get thee out of there because you might wake up in a hospital. That's what I think. I'd be awfully nervous if I saw people like that waving that flag in my face. Um, this was cute. I noticed that Harry was pointing to those scissors. And I can only imagine having come so far and making your way to Montecito, where there are no leaks, by the way. There's no leaks in Montecito. But yeah, having gotten away from that life to find yourself in a situation where somebody's literally cutting a ribbon, well, that had to have been a bit jarring for him, but maybe not. But uh, that's I thought it was cute though. Or maybe he wants to get a pair just in case he needs them in the future. Okay. And then also, sad news, you guys. Prince Harry's Spare didn't receive a Grammy nomination for audio narration. The 2024 Grammy considered recording release between um, October 1st, 2022 and September 15th, 2023. Harry didn't make the cut. Oh my God, I'm so disappointed by that. But it's still a good book. It's still worth sharing. And it is a record breaking book. So it would have been super if Harry would have gotten the Grammy Award. But there's always the next book. Remembering Black veterans targeted for racial violence, Americans appropriately celebrate the valor, bravery, and courage of the men and women who have fought and risked their lives for this country. But the history of racial terrorism and violence endured by thousands of African American veterans remain unacknowledged. Lynching in America, targeting blacks, veterans, documents the culture of targeted physical violence and social humiliation that black veterans were forced to confront during the late 19th and early 20th century despite their hopes of achieving racial equality through patriotic commitment of military service. Well, we kind of talked about that yesterday. The Veterans Day EJI acknowledgement the plight of many Black veterans who, instead of being treated as honored members of society upon their return from service, were often attacked, lynched, mistreated, and abused. Not uncommon. A lot of the lynchings were directed toward veterans in uniform, men in uniforms. Also, they targeted school teachers, the clergy, or anyone who had a successful, thriving business, especially if you had a farm and you were being very productive, you couldn't argue about business or anything like that. They come after you. So the veterans was just another layer of that targeted abuse. Also, let us not forget during World War II, 1939 and 1945, roughly 1.5 million Americans served in all branches of the United States military, breaking down barriers that had previously barred them from certain branches, ranks, and specialization. More than 6,500 African American women served during the war, including the WACs in the Army and the Waves in the Navy and the Spars in the Coast Guard and as nurses in the Army Nurses Corps that is, the ANC, and the Navy Nurse Corps, the NNC. So all of those areas which African Americans proudly served their country. Two women who served in the ANC, Lieutenant Louise Lomax and Major Della Rainey, are represented in the museum's collection via scrapbooks they compiled during the war. And the museum, of course, is the African American History Museum in Washington, D.C. I think it's part of the Smithsonian. Um, These scrapbooks illustrate the groundbreaking service of Black men and women who fought for a double victory against fascism abroad and victory for equal rights at home. Yeah, so that is the two things we have to remember today is the men and the women and the sacrifice that they made for the country, and in particular, the lack of appreciation, if not outright bloody attacks against some of those people in uniform. I heard a story one day while I was watching a documentary. It wasn't even about this topic, but it was something that one of the characters mentioned in the documentary. And I mean to tell you, that story will haunt me for the rest of my days. But he was one of those people returning in uniform, and he was confronted. And when they did not take him out, they targeted someone who was completely innocent because there had to be blood. Didn't matter whose it was, so long as it was somebody black and so long as it happened. That was the only thing that mattered. So instead of him, it was an innocent person, and he knows it was an innocent person. But it was nothing he could do. It was the whole shock of the moment. There was nothing he could have done. Um, but yeah, so that was one of the other things is that it wasn't always necessary to target and capture the person that they was after. Any person of color would do. So scary stuff. Really, really, really scary. Now, I for whatever reason, I thought to myself, you know what? Harry and Meghan is always giving us some of the best eyewear moments. They do. They give us some of the best eyewear moments. So this ain't got anything to do with Veterans Day, just a very selfish indulgence of mine that I wanted to share. And of course, that extends to the family across the pond. I mean, you have to admit that Afro Annie has given us some great eyewear moments. And even Mama Doria has gotten in on the eyewear, these sunglasses. So, but yeah, there's something so cool about Megan and her aviators. Panama hat, of course, and aviators. Aw, look at that. Now, someone airbrushed this photo. I have to be really careful with that, but sometimes I hate when people do that, but they tend to airbrush photos, and Megan does not want her freckles removed, but still a great photo. Huh? Huh? That was their first Invictus Games, and that was The Hague on the right side. What a good-looking couple. Good-looking couple. And of course, also from The Hague. And then there's Harry with his, he kind of looks like he's singing Born in the USA, but instead it's going to the USA. Well, I'm going to the USA. And straight out of Nottingham Cottage. Yes, straight out of Nottingham Cottage. Love that. Love that. Harry looks really cool with that flat hat on. I love that. And that one on the left, that was New York City. And the one on the right, that I believe was that Dusseldorf? I think that was Dusseldorf. And definitely Dusseldorf. Definitely Dusseldorf. And this, of course, was the Formula One. The Formula One. I mean, there's so many. I could have picked probably 100 different photos of them with these sunglasses, but I'm just going to stick it to a few of my favorites. The polo match in Santa Barbara, at that polo ground in Santa Barbara, and of course, I think that was Megan's second Invictus, maybe, but yeah. And there's Harry. I forget which occasion that was. And Rohini, don't get mad. This is an old picture, but there I am. But anyway, this answers your question, Rohini. Would I be willing to wear a hat with them little pom poms on it? You bet your behind I will. I mean, look at me. I actually wore that hat. I love that hat. I gave it away, but I love that hat. It's all insulated and everything. So yes. And look at how beautiful my skin looks. Shut the front door. Look at how radiant. Of course, I am in the sun, but yes, my skin looks beautiful. I'm always for a good skin day, and that was definitely a good skin day. Yeah. And of course, let us not forget when Charles joined the Blind Boys of Alabama. He wore sunglasses for that occasion. Y'all remember that? Charles got fed up and he kept waiting and waiting to join to become king, and he joined the Blind Boys of Alabama. And then, of course, there was that time when Camilla, um, Charles, Charles, Charles. Yeah. So, and Camilla with her sunglasses at the Wimbledon. You're welcome. Now, all this year, I've been saying that under its current leadership, the Times is turning into the Daily Mail. Well, now, I don't think this person was a squatty, but someone pointed that out. And Jumpin' Jack Flash, take a look at the cover. It looks just like the Daily Mail. I don't think anybody, under any circumstances, should allow their newspaper to turn into the Daily Mail or the Daily Fail. But as you can see, someone has done exactly that. which is pretty bad for the publishing industry. But then again, I don't know that the Times is much different from the Daily Mail on most days. So, oh well. Yeah, sometimes the Times, they're tripping. They're tripping. But the good news is that the Daily Mail is losing readers every day, and the racially ambiguous owner of the Daily Mail, Lord Nappyhead, is getting to be a little nervous about that. The very racially ambiguous owner, who is also a user of Cambridge Girl, the No Lie Royal Relaxer. Thank you, Lisette. Thank you. Where am I? Yeah, I look cute. I do look cute. And I kind of wanted that hat back, and I said no, but at least now I got those nice, colorful hats from Rohini. And I am still going to take a picture one of these days. I just got to get around to it. I want to make sure I'm outside and washed with sunlight. But yeah, I do look cute. I'd ask me out. Oh, don't worry about that, Carolyn Shaw. Harry has some very powerful lawyers, and nothing is going to happen to the Invictus game. When Harry leaves the Invictus game, it'll be because he has decided to step down voluntarily so he can concentrate on other things. But for now, Harry is a young man, and the Invictus game is going to celebrate 10 years next year. 10 years. 2024. 10 years of the Invictus game. And they've already been teasing us about the celebration. So the royal family is going to do nothing of the sort. They're not taking it away from him. That is Harry's. There is Robert Jobson. There's Robert Jobson. I didn't know that little jerk from Newsweek. I didn't know he was such a little man until I saw him next to Robert Jobson. But then again, isn't everybody small in comparison when they're next to Robert Jobson? I ask. I say with a tinge of hostility. Isn't everybody smaller? Okay, let me see if I can find that sound bite. Oh wait, did I save that sound bite? Uh-oh, let me see. Yeah, I'm not sure I saved it. Mostly because but hold on a second. I know where I saw it though. Don't trouble the water. Leave it alone. Why don't you let it be? Still waters run deep. Yes, they do. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm trying to find it. I don't. Oh, there it is.
Story that was quit in the
Okay,
army,
okay, got it.
I said, "What are you going to do next?" And he said to me, after I broke the story that he was quit in the army, and I said, "What are you going to do next?" And he said to me, pretty straightforwardly, "I really don't know your."
That's not the one I want. Hold on. Oh, is this it?
Coast facility on Wednesday in downtown San Diego. The 20,000 square foot center features advanced technology, equipment, and personnel to help Navy SEALs and veterans recover and rebuild mentally and physically.
And she started then, so it was something that he's taken. He took the idea from America.
Okay, and that's not it. Darn it. Okay, you know what? I don't think I have it. And what I just played was the same interview. but I didn't want either one of those. It's a shorter one, and I don't know where it is, so never mind. Um, okay, I'm good. So that's it. Um, but yeah, you guys, the Robert Jobson has still closed his account. He doesn't have his regular account anymore. It doesn't exist because the Sussex squad uh, rattled his cage real good. He was so upset with the Sussex squad that he literally went to McDonald's and drowned his sorrows into the menu board, and he hasn't been back on the he hasn't been back on Twitter since. Now, I'm sure he still has a Twitter account, but we're not privileged to it. But yeah, I felt sorry for him. I did. I felt a little sorry for him because his feelings got hurt and he went to the local McDonald's franchise and drowned his sorrow in several of their meal deals. And we haven't seen him on Twitter since. Poor guy. And yeah, and there's Robert Jobson. Now, I did hear him say some nice things about Omid Scobie. He said Omid Scobie is a very good writer and that he hopes his book sells a lot of copies and that he likes him as a person. And the thing is, remember that the black journalist, the woman with all that hair that was on the Good Morning Britain, the one that was like saying that Megan was running. No, the one that compared Megan to Donald Trump. You remember her? Well, she was the one that was doing that interview where she said that Omid Scobie was good friends with the Sussexes, and Robert Jobson actually pushed back for that one too. He was very charitable and very nice to Omid Scobie. I have to say that he was very, very, I would say, mildly defensive. Number one, he wouldn't let them say that Omid. He said, "I wouldn't call him a friend of the Sussexes. He's a reporter." He's doing his job. The other thing he said was that he's a good writer and that the Finding Freedom book was, a good book. And of course, that little jerk from Newsweek, he also co signed to the validity of the book being a good book, not necessarily accurate to every measure, but, you know. But yeah, Robert Jobson was very, very kind to Omid Scobie. So, which leads me to believe that the Sussexes are just a paycheck for Robert Jobson. They're just a paycheck for him. He says whatever he needs to say when he needs to say it because that is what he does for a living. I don't think that he has it in for them, but he has been a tool for the establishment. He definitely has been working with Clarence House very closely. And a lot of times he will tweet, or at least when he had a Twitter account, he used to tweet things that was actually help push the news cycle in favor of Clarence House or, you know, Camilla and Charles in particular. He's wrote several books about Charles, all of which were completely boring, did not sell a lot of copies, but um, I would no more want to just say, I feel like he works for Charles, but I'm not going to just come out and say it. But it would not be too much of a stretch to say he works for Charles. But I think that he had it right when he said Omid Scobie does not work for Harry and Meghan. They're not friends. Um, Jobo spends time with King Charles. I don't know that Omen Scobie has ever been in the company of the Sussexes more than one time, maybe twice. And that was while there were other journalists around. So he's certainly not acquainted with them like that. So Robert Jobson was very justified to defend Omen Scobie and make it very clear. But of course, it was the black woman reporter that the one that accused Megan of being polarizing like Trump. It would have to be her to make that accusation about Omen Scobie being friends with the Sussexes. She just keeps putting her foot in her mouth. Why would you say something like that? If the Sussexes were friends with Omen Scobie, they would be honest enough to openly be friends with him. But they're not friends. Omid is a reporter. Now, because he was being fair in comparison to the rest of the reporters, doesn't mean that he's a friend of the Sussexes. They should all be fair instead of trying to push a narrative or drive the news cycle. You know, as much as I know that Robert Jobson is a very good writer, what bothers me about him is that one day he tweeted, what about those bullying claims? And it was at a time when nobody was talking about it, but he said it because he was trying to create a distraction or diversion. In my opinion, I will allege, because the Sussexes were getting too much positive press. So he's certainly not a friend of the Sussexes, that's for sure. Omen Scobie has been fair, but Robert Jobson, he has been just as trifling as the rest of the royal reporters. I mean, he is truly a royal rodent through and through. Yep, I'll never forget he did that out of the blue. What about those? So, yeah, yeah. So I'm not going to give him a free pass. He does not deserve one. He has been very, very vicious. Oh, good, TB. I need to order mine too, and I will. Oh, maybe I'll put it on the list. Maybe I'll put it on the list. Maybe. But no, I'm going to order one on the list. Oh, is this thing on? Did I say that out loud? Oh, never mind. Let me see here. Oh, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. That was it. That was the last slide. Huh. That was the last slide. I didn't realize it, but I'm done. Done. Okay, you guys. 1 hour, 40 minutes. That's not bad. That's not bad, is it? I can't believe it. I thought I still had about 20 more slides left. Okay. Oh, yeah, I will do that. I will make sure I put it on the list. Okay. Oh, thank you, Black Queen. Now, let me see if that thing works like it did last time. You know, for some reason, Anastasia, I'm not seeing it at the top of the page like I usually see it. So, does it work? Let me see. Do I have to scroll to it, or shouldn't it just be there? Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it for some reason. It is not at the top like it usually. Oh boy. But why would it not be up there? Was it something I needed to do? Well, that's interesting. Okay, Anastasia, not Anastasia, I'm sorry, Sherry, where? I don't see it. I don't see it. Huh. Oh, well. I'm through, everybody. Have a good night. Thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Oh, oh, nope, I don't see it. That is so weird. Now, it has been up there. Well, well, well. Ain't that weird? Isn't that a kick in the rubber parts? It was there the last couple of days. Now I don't see it. Yeah, what I'm looking for is there should be a list of my super chats or super stickers, and of course, the milestones for memberships. And I don't see it at the top of the page. Let me see what happens if I open up another StreamYard. Oh, you know what? I see it now. Thank you, Lorna Williams, and thank you, Lady T. There we go. Thank you both for the super chat. Yeah, so okay. Yeah, there it is. I had to open up another one so I could see it, but I see it now. Ah, interesting. Very, very interesting. Oh, well, thank you. But yeah, I just found it. But thank you so much, Sherry Ware. But still, it should have been there. Oh, and thank you for the two cash apps I received. MR and let me see, who was the other one from? Oh, why don't I take a look at my list? I'll take a look at my list. Oh, okay. Oh, and that one too. Oh, wait a minute. You have four. Let me see. How many do and I only got two? So thank you, uh, TV and Lady T. Or is it Sarah Turner? Wow, how come I didn't see those? Okay, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Okay. Thank you, Louise Narcisse. Thank you. Thank you, Marshar. Yes, thank you, everyone who has served. Everyone who has served, thank you so much for your service. Okay. I love this image right here. Yeah, I love both of those. And this one. And then I had the one from yesterday, which was really nice. Let me see if I can find that one. This one from yesterday. Very cool. Love that lone silhouette. Oh no, Dansby, you haven't been feeling good? Running a fever? Oh no. Well, I hope you feel better. Well, if you think you feel bad, I think I may have blocked Leslie F. and I haven't seen her yet. Yeah, I can't imagine how Leslie F. is doing because I think I blocked her. I'm gonna have to see if I can. I'm hoping. Well, anyway, Leslie F., if you're listening, please get in touch with someone because I'm gonna go and check, but that doesn't always help because there's so many people that I've blocked. the derangers and trolls. So please do get in touch with someone if you can. But I'm going to check anyway, see if that works. And Church Nelly, I hope you're feeling better today. No doubt you're listening. Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I posted some let me share one of the videos that I posted. We'll do a couple of those before we go, just in case you all didn't see it on the let me see. Okay, yeah, that was the Sussexes at one of those services, and as you can see, um, Megan had a little bit of an audience, and they just did not want to let her go. They did not want to let her go.
Princess Duchess Megan came up to us first and was so kind and loving to us and all our babies. She talked about little Ms. Lilibet, too. Prince Duke Harry came up right behind and was exactly the same. They are mirrors of each other in their love and kindness. America's sweethearts for real.
I've ever. This is the raddest thing ever.
Oh, he's coming up.
You want to go see? You want to go see your mommy? You want to run over there? They're talking to the prince. My family is talking to the prince, guys. Oh my God! You want to go over there? See your mama? Go run! Go run! Go get him! Go get him! Go get him, my boo! Get him, my baby! Deja! Go get him, baby! Get him, my baby! Look, he's so happy. Oh my God! This could not happen any better. Could this happen any better?
This is amazing.
My God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm losing my mind, girl. I'm losing my mind. He's hanging out with my family.
Is that your family?
He's hanging out with they came up to my kids and my grandbabies. Is this amazing, guys?
So you get really? We were in the.
So we did watch that the other day, but the commentary at the very beginning of the video, we didn't hear that part of it. I thought that this happened at the Fort Pendleton or Camp Pendleton, but in actuality, this was at a restaurant. Harry and Meghan just happened to be at a restaurant, and the family saw them walking in. See, going, oh, sorry about that. I wanted to, well, let me just do that. Yeah, so right there it says going to lunch with my family and running into Prince Harry and Princess Meghan. Now, they said at that time, not me. How cool is that? They just happened to be at the same place. And I'm assuming it was a restaurant, but yeah, they were there, and then all of a sudden here comes the Sussexes. So, and what's impressive is that this is the only video. This is the only video. Their time, they have probably gone dozens of places and nobody has bothered them. Now remember, going to Southern California was supposed to be a huge mistake. Doesn't seem to be. Seem like they're doing just fine. Yep, they seem to be doing just fine. So much for a mistake. Okay. Good night, Mary H. All right. And was there another video? Let me see. I think that was it. Yes, I think that was it. Just that one. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. That was it. Okay, you all. Thank you so much. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. And as always, good night to our queens. Where are our queens? Uh-oh. Let me see. Yeah, love that photo. They look beautiful there. Absolutely beautiful. There we go. Good night, Flower. And good night, good King Harry. Palava girl, good night. Thank you. All right, I got to go rest my voice. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. I know what other, you know what? I forgot the other video. Let me see if I can find that one. I did not, okay. Hold on a second, you all. I know what other video. I knew there was one more video and I couldn't think of it for some reason. I just went blank. I went blank. But let me see if I can find it. Well, they're so strange that it would be here and not there. But yeah, this one. Okay. How did I miss that?
Jealous.
Really? No, that can't be it. No, that's not it. No, that's not it. Y'all still there? Give me a second. I mean, go ahead if you have to go, but I'm still trying to sort this out. Okay. I'm still here.
Quick question, Purple.
Okay. Okay. Give me 1 second, you guys. Who's ever left, give me just a minute. And I will be with you directly. Okay, let me see who's here. All right.
Is it painful being that jealous? Does it suck a lot of energy out of you? The hate for Black women on and off this app is astonishing. And I gotta give you props because y'all craft your videos in a way where you don't outwardly say, I hate Black women, but you do all the dog whistles that imply that you do. Meghan Markle is beautiful, intelligent, kind, and you take so many digs at her in your video that I can only assume you wish that you were her. And y'all will reach so far to try to find flaws in her and in their relationship, and it is embarrassing, babes. Stop it. And lastly, in a world full of problematic white people that you could speak on, y'all love to go out of your way to negatively speak about Black women who are just existing. Be serious.
There you go. So that was the other one. It was a short that I shared earlier. But well, she said what needed to be said. And I applaud her for it. Very, very well said. One more time.
A madman, and he looks utterly miserable.
Quick question. Is it painful being that jealous? Does it suck a lot of energy out of you? The hate for Black women on and off this app is astonishing. And I gotta give you props because y'all craft your videos in a way where you don't outwardly say, I hate Black women, but you do all the dog whistles that imply that you do. Meghan Markle is beautiful, intelligent, kind, and you take so many digs at her in your video that I can only assume you wish that you were her. And y'all will reach so far to try to find flaws in her and in their relationship, and it is embarrassing, babes. Stop it. And lastly, in a world full of problematic white people that you could speak on, y'all love to go out of your way to negatively speak about Black women who are just existing. Be serious.
Yep. Exactly. I know it is that person is scary. And just for the sake of conversation, check it out. You know, this was a random meeting with Harry and Meghan not that I need to prove this to you all, but does this look like two people that loathe one another's company? The fact that strangers randomly run into them at lunch. There they are standing side by side, laughing, talking to these strangers, happily wed, happily married, enjoying each other's company still. And that is in such a stark comparison to that other couple that just cannot stand each other. These two, they should be embarrassed. They should really be embarrassed for the nasty negativity that they're trying to throw at the Sussexes when this is your story right there. This is your story, not Harry and Meghan. They're not the story. For the purposes of this conversation or that conversation, that's the story, are those two. Ugh. Okay, let me go back. Yeah, that's what they need to talk about. And just to be shady, let me say this too. Where was I? No, I better not do it. I was going to say something about Kate, but I'm going to leave it alone. But when I saw that photo, it just reminded me, but no, maybe another time. I don't have enough courage right now. Okay, good night. Love you guys. See you tomorrow.